Hello and welcome to another episode of Anything But Authentic, where I make crazy unique food that is anything but authentic. On today's episode, I'll be making s'mores brownies. Since it's that transitional period between summer and fall, it's no longer super hot, but it's not yet cold either. I'm just craving for some s'mores and brownies, and that's all the excuse that I can make to make this recipe. It is super delicious, super simple, and I know you're gonna enjoy it. Let's get started. First, you're gonna start with the graham cracker part of the s'mores. You wanna pulverize around 10 to 12 full-size graham crackers. What I have here is around 10 crackers that I'm just gonna pulverize until everything is very well grounded. And then you wanna add the graham cracker crumbs into a large mixing bowl, along with 1 tablespoon of sugar and a pinch of salt. Mix dry ingredients around a little bit, then add 8 tablespoons of melted butter. Using a spatula, mix until everything is well combined. You can use your fingers to check the mixture if it's done or not. What you're looking for is basically a feeling of wet sand. If it feels like wet sand, you're good. Then you're gonna pour that mixture into an 8x8 pan that is lined with aluminum foil and is super greased with butter. Then using the same spatula, try your best to just level all of the graham cracker mixture. Afterward, using either a glass or a measuring cup, try your best to pack the mixture down just so that layer is very well packed. Some of you may notice that this is very similar to the graham cracker base for pies, and it is. So yeah, you really want to make sure that you pack everything well so that it can hold everything up. Once everything's packed, you want to pop into an oven that is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for around 10 minutes. While that bakes, let's move on to making the brownie batter. First, let's start with the chocolate. What I have here is around 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate that I chopped up, and I'm just gonna pop into a microwave for around a minute to a minute and 20 seconds at a 20-second interval. Basically, you don't want to heat it all the way, otherwise it just splash everywhere. Then, in a large mixing bowl, add around half a cup of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon of instant coffee granules. Some of you may ask, why am I adding coffee to this brownies? I thought this was a s'mores brownies, not mocha brownies. Well, the thing is, in my experience, whenever I make something with chocolate, adding a little bit of coffee really brings out the richness of the chocolate, and it just takes it to the next level. But if you don't have any instant coffee granules laying around, feel free to skip it instead. Then add in 6 tablespoons of melted butter. Using an electric hand mixer, mix everything until it's well combined. Then add 1 egg along with 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Continue mixing until the mixture is super fluffy and light. Then gradually add in the chocolate that we melted earlier, maybe around 1 teaspoon to 1 tablespoon at a time. Basically, the reason why we're gradually adding the melted chocolate is that we don't want to accidentally add a huge amount in and accidentally scramble the egg in the mixture. After you add in the melted chocolate a little bit at a time, using the same electric hand mixer, mix the mixture until everything is well combined until you mix in all of the melted chocolate. Afterward, you want to sift in around a 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour, along with 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. Make sure to sift everything properly. Then, using a spatula, fold the mixture in a little bit at a time until everything is well mixed.
What does fold in the cheese mean? He folds it in.
Now, if you're like David or Maura from Schitt's Creek and don't know what folding means, it's basically you just want to use a spatula and gradually just fold the mixture from the edge in and gently mix the mixture until everything is well incorporated. The reason why we want to fold it in is that we don't want to develop that gluten from the flour, and just want to really gently mix the mixture until everything is well combined. Once you get to that point, the graham cracker should be done baking. You want to take it out and using a fork, poke quite a few holes in that base layer. Then add in the brownie layer that we just made. And try your best using a spatula to level everything. Just try your best. Once everything is leveled, you want to pop it back in the same oven that's been heating at 350 degrees Fahrenheit and let it bake for around 25 to 30 minutes. Basically, how long you want to keep it in really depends on 1, your oven, and 2, how fudgy you want your brownies to be. I ended up baking mine for around 25 minutes. After 25 minutes, take the brownie out, then add in around 1 to 2 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate that is chopped on top, along with 1 cup of mini marshmallows. You really want to try and spread everything around. Then pop it back into the oven on broil. Now, make sure to turn on the oven light and really pay attention to the marshmallows. As soon as you see that the marshmallows turns a bit brown, that's when you want to take it out. It will turn from brown to burnt very quickly. So you really want to make sure you pay enough attention so you take it out at the right time. Once you get there, take it out and let it cool completely before you cut into it and serve it up. And there you have it. All right, I let this cool for around 2 hours, and I basically just took it out, cut it up, and just put it on this nice plate. And that's really it. It is as simple as it can be. And I don't know if you noticed, but I really love how it turned out, especially with the evenness of the layers. That's just basically what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna dig right into it. Oh yeah, that's definitely S'mores Brownies. It's fudgy, it's sweet, it's also soft from the marshmallows and a bit chewy. I mean, of course, that's marshmallows. And I just love how all the texture comes together, and it just really makes me think of s'mores, but with brownies instead of chocolate. And it's just perfect to have around this time of the year. Highly recommend you guys try it. It's super delicious. Thank you for grubbing with me, Guber. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe button to support my channel, and I hope to see you here next time on Anything But Authentic.